Big tire in the air.
Sand Hollow is one of those bucket list spots for me, like Moab, the Rubicon, Fordyce, the Doozy. Well, I mean, you guys get it. I've been fortunate enough to cross all of these off my list except for Sand Hollow. We got the opportunity to go even for one short day. It was totally worth it, and it makes me want to go back and spend a whole week there. I'm currently driving the S10 down the Las Vegas Strip. We ended the Power Stop Break Trail Series, the Nevada BDR, a couple days early, which goes all the way through Nevada down into Arizona. So we finished in Arizona, and now we're in Las Vegas. We just wrapped up everything for that video and that trip, and now we have the opportunity to go over to Sand Hollow because we have a couple extra days. This trip total, when it's all said and done, we're going to be over 3,000 miles on this S10, on the road, on the trail, in Sand Hollow. So this is going to be a really impromptu, hopefully cool video of us in Sand Hollow. Our trail guide for the day was Holly from Mischief Maker TV. We decided collectively to tackle Double Sammy. This is rated a 7 out of 10, and it is a short 1.8 miles, which is one of the reasons why we picked it, because we didn't have a lot of time. But this trail is filled with non-stop off-camber challenges with crazy views that go pretty much the whole trail. And obviously it has the famous obstacle called the Chute, which was on my list of things that, I have the time, I'm here, I'm gonna do the Chute.
big tire in the air. Got it.
This next obstacle is a nice, super steep, short little waterfall on this trail, and Nate had a really good chance of doing this. He has a great wheelbase for it, but unfortunately his truck, because of the IFS and the way he set it up, is actually really low to the ground. It's wide and low. So unfortunately on this particular obstacle, he just turtled out and was not able to get up and over it.
Skid plate.
Exactly where I didn't want to be.
Yeah, you're on the skid plate cross member deal.
Rear's probably almost out of down travel, isn't it?
Yep, the rear's hanging. Just slow. Now you got front tire in there. See, turn passenger a little bit.
I can't. It's locked.
Okay. You're good if you just slowly, I wouldn't go forward more. Just ease back. Your passenger rear is almost to the sand, so here you go.
Is the passenger rear on the sand now?
You got like 6 inches till it's on the sand. You're on the sand now. If you can turn passenger, turn passenger. Yep, bed's good.
After Nate was done messing around on this thing, I gave it a shot, and fortunately for me, I was able to just squeak by getting it over, and that our wheelbases are almost the same. He is a little bit longer than me, but I am a little bit taller than him. Because of that extra height, I was able to make it up and over the crest of this obstacle without turtling out.
Looking good, Kelly. Come faster if you can. Oh, dude. You're just tall enough. You got it. Not on it yet. Yeah, baby. You are like the exact height you needed to be.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Yep.
After the waterfall, we headed over to the Chute. Now, I would say the Chute is kind of a steeper and shorter version of Hell's Revenge. In my opinion, wheelbase, tire placement, and keeping your suspension settled all the way up is key. So here's an example of a short wheelbase and bad tire placement on Hell's Revenge. Hey, that's me. Luckily, I did not roll over, everything was okay, and I made it up just fine. But today, I am in the S10 and not in the Jeep, and this thing was made for these steep inclines. After going up the chute, we headed out of the park. We said goodbye to Holly, thanked her for taking us out for the day, but right after we aired up and left the park, we got a call from Matt from Matt's Offroad Recovery. So we turned around, headed back to the park, aired back down, and headed out to help them recover a bone stock rental 4xe electric Jeep on street tires. Matt got in and drove these guys' rental Jeep. Me and Nate spotted, stacked some rocks, and with a lot of patience, we were able to get that Jeep out of there without a scratch on it. After we got done with that, we aired back up and we prepared for the long 1,200-mile drive home the next day. Okay guys, the S10 is successfully back here in the garage. Today, I drove from St. George, Utah to my home here in Washington. 18 hours straight is what it took me to get here today. So recapping the last like 9 or 10 days, a total of 3,000 miles I put on the S10. Over 1,000 of it was all off-road. We did the Nevada BDR. We ended up in Arizona. We went to Utah and did a little bit of Sand Hollow for the day, hung out with Matt's Offroad Recovery and Holly from Mischief Maker JKU, and then today drove all the way back home on the highway. So overall, it was a very successful trip. There was a few things that I need to iron out on the S10 before we get it back out there for the next trip. But until next time, guys, we will see you out on the trail.